This is the Franklin Public Library Board of Trustees meeting. It's Wednesday, April 26th. This is a virtual meeting. I'll now call the meeting to order, and we'll start with a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll now call the roll. NBC, I see is not here. Nick Champa, I'm here. Kevin McNeil is not here. Tiana, you're here. Thank you. Agnes Kulabanya is here.
Yes.
Mayor Kramer is here. Iris is not here, and Dr. Amy Arsawala is in her car, and I think...
yes, here.
Okay, thank you. Also with us is our director, January Adams, and our tech helper, Bob Wardlow. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. The scheduled notification of this meeting have been published in the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are also available at the reference desk. I'd like to open the meeting, the first public portion of the meeting at this time. Is there anybody who would like to say anything? I see no response. I will take that as meaning that nobody wishes to speak at this time, and I will close the first part of the public portion of the meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the March 22nd meeting?
I so move.
Agnes has moved. Okay. Is there a second? I'll second that motion. Okay. Is there any discussion about the minutes? Seeing none, I'll ask a vote to approve the minutes by just raising your hand. Those in favor? Okay, and I don't see.
We're all in favor.
Yes, those of us who are voting are in favor.
Amy raised her hand virtually.
This motion has passed unanimously. Thank you. We can move on to the director's reports. January 1st, the financial report, which looks pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add to what I've given you.
Does anyone have any questions about the various financial reports that January has sent us in our packets? Seeing none. January, can you help us through some highlights of your program?
Sure, I can do that. The Adult Services Department had 40 adult programs that 365 people came to. The Youth Services Department had 34 in-person events that 1,150 people came to. The online teen poetry jam contest ended on the 21st. Each submission counts towards an entry to win one of two prizes. The outdoor scavenger hunt is going to start on May 8th, and that's to encourage kids to get outside. And we've been accepting, actually we closed applications from teens who want to be in the Reading Buddies program this summer. And Franklin Park is finally moving along. The electrical panel issue was resolved by an alternate means that everybody agreed to. The books are on the stacks that you've seen, and the furniture is being delivered. And the branch and strip mall is closed as of today. We're getting the final pieces of stuff out of there, so we'll be completely out of there by the end of the month. And that's it.
Thank you. Are there any questions for January about her report?
I don't
just
have any
have a-
question. I just want to commend her for her hard work.
Thank
you, January. Thank you very much.
I think we all can echo that. Certainly.
So I'm sorry, when is the soft opening?
We don't know yet.
Okay. Got distracted, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Since I have no president's report, I'd like to move on to any comments on the correspondence and communication. That there are 3 things that we have in our packet, and does anyone else have any correspondence or comments on the 3 items that we received? I was very interested in the article on book banning, and it's there's a lot more information in there than I was aware of.
Yeah, it's a long article, but I thought
Yes, it is. But,
yeah.
And also, it seems that the book company executive is talking about our need for an influx of new people into our country to take up the manufacturing jobs, including book publishing, book printing, I should say, not publishing, but printing. January, do you have any feel for what percentage of books are printed overseas as
No, I
opposed to
don't.
in the United
No, I
States?
don't.
Yeah. I know a lot of the very fine art printing has been done in other countries, but well, anyway.
I think it depends on the country.
Yeah. Okay.
Because some of the titles that we buy from Asia are not very well produced. They fall apart easily.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Is there any old business? January, you had something on
The gallery, yes, the gallery. What I gave you was a materials only budget estimate from Cowell, and then I enclosed the architect's preliminary estimate. And this is just to give you an idea of what, if the board decide to go with this approach, what it would cost. And the architect put it at 1.3 million. I think it's probably higher. I was hoping the guy from Cowell could come tonight to talk to you. He wasn't able to make it. So what we could do with that is we could have maybe 3 or less board members meet with him, or I could schedule him for the May meeting. So it's up to the board how you want to handle that.
I spoke briefly with a representative of Calwall, Steve Zagercio, and I will speak with him again on Friday to clarify some of the questions I have.
Okay.
And so far, it seems that he's perfectly willing to come to one of our regular meetings, if that's what the board would prefer. And as January mentioned, if only some of us meet with him, it has to be less than a quorum, and that's why it is 3 people. So if more of our we trustees are interested in talking to the representative of this company, it's best to do it at a regular meeting.
Yeah.
And since it's a fairly large expenditure, it's not petty cash, I'd encourage that we all, or as many as we can, talk to them.
I agree.
Yeah. And with a large group, we might have different questions to ask.
That's right. Yeah.
You know?
Or the other thing you could do is have a special meeting if you don't want to wait until the end of May. That's the other thing. Just 3 choices.
I'm okay with
Any of
either
them?
a special meeting or the May meeting, and less okay with just having three of us talk. Okay. Any other comments on the gallery roof replacement? Okay. Is there any other old business? Seeing none, is there any new business? This is an easy group. Okay, seeing no new business, I'd like to reopen the public portion of the meeting to see if anyone from the public now has anything to say.
I just had a quick question, but I think January had already answered it. So we don't have like a soft opening for the Franklin Park Library.
We don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still, I will definitely let you know as soon as I know.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks.
Would it be on the order of a month, 3 weeks, or you don't even want to?
Oh, I don't want to say because then if I'm wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, here's what I know, that the electricians were working on replacing a large panel that they had planned to put in, or rearranging for a large panel and replacing with 2 smaller panels, which are available, and that the public service, that the township inspection will be next Tuesday. After that, public service has to come and actually run the line into the building from a couple hundred feet away through a pipe. So,
Do you know if they did the pre-wiring for the car charger? Or
they did not, but we put in the conduit, as I had.
okay.
The conduit is there, so when we decide what a charger looks like,
We can just
which
make
is a moving target,
yeah.
then we can proceed with the
Okay.
so the tubing is there. We just have to run the wire through, and it comes up right near where the electric panel is.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question or two. What's the name of the company again that you're looking at for the gallery roof replacement? Cowell?
Cal Wall.
How do you spell that?
KALWALL.
Cal, W-A-L, is that one word?
Yep.
One word, Cal Wall.
Okay.
And they are located in New Hampshire. Let's see if I can.
And what was their estimate?
Well, their estimate was only for materials. It's our architect who has given a guess, I'll say an estimate as to what the total amount would be. But Cal Wall is only a part of that.
Right. And who's
materials, and of course, this job will go out to bid, so it could be that other people. But the one company we have talked to is Cal Wall in Manchester, New Hampshire.
okay? And who's your architect?
Anthony Iovino.
Okay.
Is there any other comments from the public?
We just had somebody else join the meeting,
Okay.
Beverly.
Hello, Beverly. Our meeting is almost over, but we're now in the portion where we're accepting comments from the public. Is there anything you'd like to say to us?
No, I just noticed the meeting was going on, so I just wanted to check in.
Okay. Any other public comments? Any other comments from anybody? Public or not? Okay, seeing none, I declare the second part of the public portion closed. And I'd like to confirm that our next meeting is scheduled for May 24th. And there is some possibility that a special meeting might be scheduled before that. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
Agnes, thank you. Is there a second? I'll second that motion. Those in favor of adjourning, please signify in some way. Raise your hand. Okay, we are unanimously in agreement to adjourn. Thank you all for attending. And keep your ears open for any more news.